I am Lady Charmaine, and my guests today are true R&B divas. They're going to be starring in the brand new series airing tonight called R&B Divas on TV1. I want you to help me welcome my guests today, Miss Nicci Gilbert and Monifa Carter, and soon maybe to add a couple more ladies to the line in just a moment. Hey, ladies, how you doing? And welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Now, I know you ladies are excited. It's been a long time coming. R&B Divas airing tonight on TV1. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about the series and how did it actually come about? I know it's entitled a docu-series and not a reality show. So can you kind of tell us the difference between a docu-series and a reality show?
Yeah, okay. I was going to pass it up to you, but the difference with the reality show and the docu-series is that this is documenting real life, real relationships, real connections that the ladies and I had. And the reason that we decided to come together was to, they had an idea to do the R&B compilation album. And unfortunately, the catalyst was, the death of a good friend of hers, Whitney Houston, that kind of made it all come together in this sense for the other vision, which was Nicci's vision, in telling our stories, because we lose a lot of our artists, and our artists give so much, and we take so much, and don't really give as much as we take from them, and just kind of sharing the stories and our testimonies to kind of to have a healing process that needs to go on for me in this industry as well as this world. But by and large, the industry definitely. I'll let Nicci, pick it up where she, wherever I didn't
to just
cover.
Piggyback. Yeah, I mean, you pretty much covered everything, Mo. To piggyback off of, what Monifa was saying, you'll have an opportunity to see us as singers and definitely coming together for this amazing soundtrack, which will benefit Whitney's Academy, and of course kind of shed a little bit of light on what it means to be a professional singer in the industry and some of the pressures and some of the things that we go through that a lot of people don't have a chance to see, which are things that ultimately, led to the demise of Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson and a lot of other artists. But aside from that, which I think is first and more important, is that we'll show you that we are human beings, we are mothers, we are wives, we are business women, we are friends. So I think that there is a shortage of African-American images of women that are just handling their business and really, it's not perfect. You definitely won't see kumbaya moments, 24 hours a day in this process. You will see real moments and real, drama, but it's all rooted in love and go ahead, Mom.
I'm sorry, baby. No. And real resolution. And real resolution.
Absolutely. Because, it would be real fake for us to just be sitting up smiling all the time. And, hey, even though you said that and it hurt my feelings and crushed me like a ton of bricks, I'm still going to smile and say, hey, I love you. No, we're real women. You know what I mean? And we're going to say what we say. And we're artists. And everybody knows that artists are very sensitive people. I think if we weren't and we didn't have that kind of sensitivity, we wouldn't be able to deliver the emotion on our music. Yeah. So it's going to be really exciting to see everybody coming sort of, full circle will come in subsequent seasons. But this season, we opened up a lot, and we want people to learn from that.
Because, Nicci, you were also executive producer, right?
Absolutely, yes. Stace and I are co-executive producers, and this wasn't something that the network put together. This was really like me picking up the phone, calling each of the ladies that are my friends, calling them on their personal lines, not agents and managers, saying, hey, girl, we all have our stories, and of course what was important and what makes this show work is that we have women who are fearless. We have women who are brave enough to say, I'm awkward sometimes. I'll flip out sometimes. I will get emotional sometimes. But if it's going to help somebody else learn from my issues and my mistakes, let's do it. So that was a big part of it in sort of this casting, if you want to call it that, process. And, we all say, and of course she had a lot of opportunities to do her own show and thought, especially after Whitney Houston, we were all at the party on that, a couple nights before she passed. And it was just such a spirit of sisterhood and love and, you go girl and you sing. It was none of the stuff that the media wants to translate, which is a whole other issue. And not to attack the media, they just take what they can get and try to spin it and make a story out of it. But we want to show them what really goes down and how we really are there for each other.
Because, Nicci, you have, I'm sure, been in the business. You have a lot of friends in this business, a lot of female singers. What was special about these group of women that you wanted to work with and do a show with? What was special about each one of these women?
Wow. Wow. Well, what was special, I think, about these women is we all have very different stories. You'll see me dealing with a lot of issues concerning weight and self-esteem and the struggle that I had for years and years in my career. You'll see, Selena dealing with the pressures of having parents that expect a lot from her. You see in the clip one of my favorite lines from the trailer is her father saying, "You got 10,000 people in front of you, you better be good." You know what I mean? But the pressure of your family, you know what I mean, and what they expect from you. And then Kiki being the baby of the bunch and having suffered through domestic violence and being the mother of 6 children and not having, an opportunity to really voice her side of that tragic night when she was saving her life and the lives of her children. So people are, and of course Faith being, the woman who's probably had the most amount of, exposure with the media, both good and bad, being able to be an anchor for us and say, hey, look, been there, done that. Think about what you say before you say it. This is how they'll spin it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was really important for women who, you get the has-been and why these women and they haven't been around. Now, not to say that that's how you ask the question, because I know that's not where it came from. But the reason why is because people forget how talented and how deserving we all are of the opportunity to let our voices be heard. And the fact is, reality television is the platform that people are paying attention to. So, we're not doing this to be like, Mo, you can take over from there in terms of the startup side.
Well, she forgot about me. My special, the reason why she picked me,
I'm going to let you I am.
No, I'm kidding. No, but where am I picking up from? Because I'm sorry.
You're picking up from, so I wanted to pass the baton for you to tell your own story, so I wasn't talking for you, but share some of the insight of what people are going to get from you.
Well, I absolutely will. On my journey, it has been a journey of, loving myself and finding that love for myself and exercising it and actually putting it into motion. And, that came through the form of, drug addiction and a host of other things. But, the things that I needed to learn, that was a symptom of that journey was, the addiction to drugs and the overcoming that addiction and making a choice to live, for myself first, for my daughter second, and my family and my friends, and just to be used the way God sees fit to use me. I knew that, there was a bigger purpose, and everything is consequentially has been just moving in the direction of truth and purpose. So and that's just it. And I'm being obedient, and I'm sharing my truth, because if I keep it to myself, it won't help me. It won't help me, and it won't help anybody else.
Okay.
And that's what my journey is about. Because we stand on a lot of backs. You know what I'm saying? And we owe it to them to tell our truth and live our lives fearlessly and bravely. So, and that's just how I feel.
That's the operative word. We have children, we have mothers, we have family members that we have an obligation to show, that we have some home training. We want our kids, really, we want our kids to not be able to say, well, you acted like a clown and cussed out such and such and flipped up, you know what I mean? We cannot do that. And I'm just, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Nicci. It's just that, we have to start leading by example. We can't say do as I do. Those days are over. We don't have the luxury of that anymore. Like, we really got to step our game up as parents and adults in this world. Like, we got to be an example. We got to lead by example. We got to live what we talk about, period. And that is our responsibility.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So I know you guys have a theme song for the movie. For the TV show. Tell us a little bit about the theme song, and it's going to be available later on this month. Can you tell us about it, inspiration behind the theme song?
Yeah, it's actually available now. Okay. You can download it on iTunes. And you know, for me as a writer, I always like to write things that I'm experiencing. I like to, you know, write truth, to, you know, piggyback off of what Monifa said. And I was going through a really hard time, really loving myself and feeling confident when I looked in the mirror. And I struggled for a lot of years in this business, being a person who was known as a pretty face and a big voice. But, you know, you need to lose some weight. You know what I'm saying? We need to put you in fat camp. You need, you know, I'm taking diet pills and all sorts of things. And that's where it sort of initiated. And then I thought, well, beyond me, there are women who get discriminated against because of their, you know, their darker skins, or maybe they're too thin. So it was really about promoting the fact that you got to love yourself and the skin that you're in, and you have to just find a place where nothing else matters except looking in the mirror and being able to say, I love myself, and I accept me for who I am, because none of us are perfect. And I was hoping and praying that it would resonate with, you know, the ladies as much as it did with me, because everything about this show is a collective effort, no matter who got the idea first or who, you know, it's a collective team effort, and it cannot work unless everybody buys into it. And thank God they did. Thank God when they heard it, they were like, I get it. You know what I mean? And a lot of other people are getting it. And hopefully that sets the tone for what R&B Divas is about, which is why it was so important for us to get it out there. There's too many little girls out there worried about butt injections. Too many little girls out there worried about getting them a Stevie J. There's too many, you know what I mean? And
right. No, it's true.
But Stevie knows what he's doing. You know
what I'm saying? Right.
You know, you want to love yourself first, because if you look in the mirror and you say to yourself every morning when you get up, instead of what I was doing at 22 and 23, oh, I'm so fat, oh, this looks terrible, you're repeating that, and that becomes a part of your reality. So
exactly.
You know, you give them a song that sounds good and the harmonies are great, and those lyrics, you know, what we repeat and what's constantly in our ear. They say the devil was, I hate to take the church, but they say the devil used to be an angel of music. You got to be really careful about what these kids listen to. So
you got to pray. Well, ladies, I want to thank you so much for joining me on the show today. And before we go, I want you to let us know how people can reach you on Facebook and on Twitter.
Yes, you can reach us collectively at R&B Divas on Facebook, TV1, so please like our page, RANDB Divas, as well as hashtag RANDB, Divas, and, of course, Nicci Gilbert, Nicci, on Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. And Mo?
And Mo, my Twitter is at @TheMonifa, TheMonifah, and Monifa C, MoniFahC on Facebook. And hope to see you.
And ladies, again, thank you so much, and make sure you catch R&B Divas.
The other ladies stuff.
Okay, and make sure you catch R&B Divas airing tonight on TV1. Again, ladies, thank you so much, and have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.